Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you're having a fantastic day. It has been another in-depth candle review day here on my channel, and this is actually the third video that is going live today. If you missed my first two in-depth candle reviews, I shared one from Kringle Candle and then one from Country Candle. If you missed either of those reviews, I'll link them in the description box right below this video here. Feel free to check them out if you are interested. Those reviews were of some new releases for spring, summer 2025. In this video, however, we are going to be discussing ScentWorx Mango Coconut Macaron. I recently shared my kind of first impressions of the new jar design and the new fragrances. I was kindly gifted 5 of these new ScentWorx candles from Rakuten & Co. I am an ambassador or affiliate with them. So yeah, I normally would probably not have actually purchased these. I've said this many times here on my channel. I really love Harry Slatkin's candles. I have been a fan of his since back in the Bath & Body Works days. But when it comes to all of the Rakuten & Co. brands, my heart still lies primarily with ScentWorx. That is where I started when Harry Slatkin kind of came back into the candle game again in 2017. I really fell in love with ScentWorx when it was being sold on QVC at first. And throughout all of these years and all of these subsequent projects that Harry has put out, I still think that ScentWorx has been my personal favorite and what I choose to come back to time and time again. I will say, I do think that in terms of the changeover that happened here with ScentWorx, I really think that the vessel change especially was one of the biggest bummers. While I didn't really get into ScentWorx the way that I did ScentWorx, I definitely purchased a few ScentWorx candles when they were available at Kohl's. And the jars were beautiful. It's just that those particular candles did not give me the strength and throw that ScentWorx candles did. So that's just why I stuck with ScentWorx all these years. But I do think that changing the vessels especially was kind of a downgrade in this situation. I do understand why it happened. If you are not familiar with this, ScentWorx candles are now available on the Rakuten & Co. website, although they're more expensive there. So I would actually recommend popping into your local Walmart, where you should probably be able to find these in store for a cheaper price point. So I think that that was probably what necessitated the change in vessels. I imagine that the the very thick, beautiful glass jars that Rakuten & Co. was using in the past for ScentWorx, I'm sure those were more expensive just on the back end. And in order to bring the price point in line with what Walmart was probably looking for, they needed to change the vessel. So that does make sense to me, but I do think aesthetically, the line just doesn't look as pretty anymore. But that would be fine if we are getting at least the same performance that we have gotten before from ScentWorx. So I'm definitely excited to share my review of these 5 candles that were gifted to me. I'm actually starting with the one candle that has performed the worst for me. What I've kind of noticed so far is that there are some fragrances that actually perform quite well. And there are some fragrances, unfortunately, like this Mango Coconut Macaron, that are just really light. I tried burning this one first, and then I just really wasn't getting much from it during the first couple of burns. Like the strength and throw was about a 2. And so I decided to go ahead and pop it underneath my lamp for the last couple of days here. And honestly, I've gotten a better performance out of this one underneath my candle lamp than I did when it was lit. So if you are really a fan of this fragrance, you can enjoy it, but you'll just need to warm it maybe underneath the lamp. So that being said, this one here could also be a dud, I guess. Obviously I have only burned one of this particular scent and it's just this one candle, but I have also heard from a lot of you guys that this one was pretty light for you as well. So, anyway, for what it's worth, I'm still going to formally review this candle, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys a heads up about how it's going in general with these new ScentWorx candles. I wish that I could have kept burning this one because what I can smell does smell really good. So let's get started with that by talking about the fragrance itself. Then I'll go ahead and get back into the strength and throw, and then we will also address the burn / melt quality here, I guess you could say. So I'll go ahead and read you the scent story and go through the top, middle, and base notes here. So the scent story reads, ripe mango and sweet pineapple are blended with coconut cream and layered between layers of vanilla ooh, I see a typo. It says vanilla macaroon. This is a macaron. That's on the label here. So, vanilla macaron, I'll say it correctly, for a tasty island delight. So the description alone is something that absolutely appeals to me, with the exception of the pineapple. But I will say, this is one of the rare cases where the pineapple, I'm actually enjoying it, which is kind of a big bummer because, like I said, I can't smell this one super well. So this would have been a rare, enjoyable pineapple for me. The fragrance notes here are, I'll go by top, middle, and bottom notes. So coconut, pineapple, tangerine, and mango are at the top. The middle notes are butter and coconut cream, and then the bottom is just vanilla. So, what can I smell here? I definitely smell a really nice mango. It's sweet and juicy, but it's not cloying. It's not like that overly ripe mango scent. It is like just a perfectly ripe mango, right? Like before it gets too squishy when you're cutting into it. That really perfectly ripe mango that is easy to cut and pop into a bowl and enjoy. That is the mango note that I'm getting here. It's a really nice mango note, you guys. I definitely smell the pineapple. The pineapple isn't, it's not the star of the show here. Usually I find that pineapple takes over, but the mango definitely is the more prominent note here. The pineapple is juicy and sweet. It is not artificial. Because of the price point here, I definitely expected that the pineapple might smell a little funky, but it's actually a really nice pineapple from what I can smell of it. I do smell a little bit of tangerine as well. There is a very light citrus component here, which would be that tangerine. I definitely get a creamy vanilla coconut vibe as well. I don't actually get the like cookie note. So macarons, if you've ever had one, have a really nice nutty almond flavor to them. So the actual cookie part is made with almond flour. And so it typically has, like I said, that nice kind of nutty almond note when you're just smelling the cookie portion. And I don't smell that in here. I don't smell that cookie part. It's almost like I'm just getting the filling from the macaron, if that makes sense. Not a bad thing. Listen, the scent itself, what you can smell of it is pretty yummy. I think it's well done. It's not overly sweet. It's not cloying. It's actually really pleasant. But here, let's go ahead and discuss the strength and throw for this one. Like I said, I'm gonna give you two different sets of numbers here. The numbers for when I had this one lit by flame, so the strength and throw there. And then I will also share the strength and throw number that I experienced while melting this underneath one of my candle lamps. So first, let's get started with the burning strength and throw. Listen, it's like a 2 out of 10. You guys, this was incredibly light. I tried this in both the upstairs and downstairs of the house. I think I had this lit for either 2, maybe 3 burns. But the first burn I did downstairs in the kitchen, which is obviously very open concept in my house here. And the ceilings are very high in the downstairs of my house. So this got completely lost in the kitchen. Then I thought, okay, well, be fair, test it upstairs in more of a normal sized room. So I picked the master bedroom. The ceilings are lower and, you know, in terms of a more enclosed space, you know, this doesn't necessarily have that large of an area to fill up there. So I thought it's got to do better in the master bedroom. It did not. Guys, it was still, I mean, maybe it was a little higher than like a 2 out of 10 in terms of strength and throw, but like maybe barely a 3, like really not much improvement, to be totally honest. I even moved it into the master bathroom, which again is smaller than the master bedroom and still in there, same low strength and throw. So I then decided, let's go ahead and put it underneath a lamp. This does not fit into my candle crocks, just so you guys are aware. If you're thinking of buying the large size to put into a candle crock, I couldn't get it to fit into mine. I don't know if the smaller sizes would fit into a candle crock. I haven't looked at the dimensions of the smaller versions of these candles, but potentially. But this certainly fit underneath my candle lamp very easily. So I have had this in the kitchen for the last couple of days and have been warming it for 2 8-hour melt sessions, if you will. And the strength and throw that I will give this melting underneath the lamp is a 4 out of 10. I can certainly smell it a lot more, but is it crazy potent even underneath the lamp? No. This is just, it's kind of a weak scent. I think that is basically the bottom line here. This is not one that I would wholeheartedly recommend to anyone who likes a even remotely substantial strength and throw. I don't know if just this one here is a dud. Obviously, this is my first time trying this particular scent and with this revamp that the line just went through, but I'm definitely not impressed by this one. I will say my experience with strength and throw has been much better with the other fragrances. This one here is the lightest out of the 5 that I received and the one that I would definitely classify as a dud. I mean, it's just, if I'm gonna be honest, this didn't really do anything for me. And it's a bummer because, like I said, when it comes to the fragrance itself, it's a well done scent. It's enjoyable. It's a lovely gourmand. It's not cloying. It doesn't have that like sickening sweetness to it. It's just a really enjoyable scent. Like if you're at your local Walmart, smell this one. Definitely smell it. It smells good, but you just get nothing from it when it's burning, at least based on my experience with this one. So I would say if you like substantial strength and throw, just skip over this one altogether. If you're just looking for the tiniest hint of scent in your home and you care more about ambience, I did have a good experience with the flames here. So I guess lastly, let's go ahead and discuss the just the overall burn quality. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this to the side here. So let's take a look at, by the way, this was very full when I got this one. The wax line when I first got it was almost up to this top lip here. So not a ton of wax is gone, obviously, because I only burned it a couple times and then have been melting it. But you can see this little line here that is slightly darker than the rest of the wax. So that is from the burns that I did. I really got a nice deep wax pool here, which is why I was so surprised that the strength and throw was just lacking on this one. With that amount of wax melted, there should have been enough fragrance oils in there to at least give me a strength and throw of about a 6. But again, that's not what I got, obviously. I'm gonna give you guys a look at the wicks here as well, just so you can see them. I did not have any issues with these wicks. Now you can see I decided to leave the wicks the way they were during the last burn. So there is some carbon residue that will, you know, form those mushroom tops, if you will, at the top here, but they're not crazy. Basically, when I did burn this, I would just nip these very top pieces off and then go ahead and light. It got really nice and hot. I mean, you guys can see here, that is a huge wax pool. So it definitely had enough heat available to properly melt the wax. And I think if there were maybe enough fragrance oils in here, this could have potentially been a really nice powerhouse, actually. So definitely disappointed by that, but you can see there's no discoloration. Like the couple of times that I did burn it, like it didn't get sooty, it didn't get dirty or anything like that. But obviously only burning it, you know, a couple times isn't necessarily going to be the best gauge for how clean the burn is going to be overall. The burn has been decently clean on the other ones, so I'll say that. I'm just gonna assume that it would have been clean on this one had I kept going. But I think bottom line here is that unfortunately, this very first ScentWorx that I am reviewing is not going to get any thumbs up from me. If you want to take a chance on it, maybe grab it at Walmart. Maybe you'll have a better experience than I did. But this is not one where I'm going to be, you know, jumping in my minivan and screeching down to Walmart to pick up another one. It's a bummer, but it is what it is. There will be duds here and there, and this one's a dud. So for what it's worth, those are my thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, if you're interested in my earlier 2 reviews that went live on my channel today, they'll be linked in the description box. I'll have a link at the top of the description box if you want to read up a little bit more about this one on the Rakuten website, or I'll also have it linked at Walmart. So for what it's worth, there you go. Like I said, let me know if you have any questions. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.